But as the closing, they have a survey up already that we can write our thing in. Please enter your game number ID. I don't know what the fuck that is. Game number ID. 299. I'm the 299th player of this bad boy. Literally already in the top 100 players, dude. Top 100. Easy. Oh, sorry, top 300. Top 1%. So what? 299. Copy that. I want to do this survey. I'd like to see this game thrive, actually. I'd like to see the game thrive. Only numbers allowed, yep. So what is my gender? Ooh, male, I think. What age am I? Between the ages of young and young. What device are you playing on? The PC. Which gaming device do you typically use? PC, Steam, Epic Games. I would say PC emulator, but I only use it for like one game as of right now, and if that game wasn't good, I probably wouldn't be doing it. In your opinion, how smooth does the game run? Very smoothly. There are no drop frames, freezing, slowing issues, etc. It's fine for the most part. Literally, it's the second option. That's the exact definition that I would use. It's fine for the most part. Occasionally freezing and slow loading. The slow loading part is not really, but it sometimes does stutter. But I think that's probably because certain settings are set at weirdly, like the standards. Certain standard settings are set at weird intervals. Like, so for some reason, standard like rendering is set at 135 instead of 100. So that's just obviously gonna put a bigger load on the PC, on everyone's devices, really. How much time do you usually spend playing mobile games daily? Over 4 hours. I'm kind of in that space. How often do you play games each week? Every day, multiple times per day. Probably about, 12 hours a day. What time during the day do you typically play games? Required, check boxes. Just tick all of them. That's true. What is your occupation? A streamer, man. Is that one of them? No. Streamer, man. Which Snowbreak Containment Zone beta test did you participate in? The Pioneer beta test in April? I haven't participated in any of them. This is my first time I've ever been in one. Yes. What is your main source of enjoyment in video games? Character growth, PvE content. Can I take as many as I can? Leveling up and getting stronger. Rankings. And controls. Performing difficult, intensive things. How did you learn about and sign up for the beta? Chat, really. I think someone... Dream chat. Where do you typically get information about games? Stream chat. Which promotional activities have you engaged with recently or are related to Snowbreak Containment Zone? Choose up to 3. Which promotional activities? None? Live streamer / influencer recommendations. Video streaming platforms. I guess I did get a bit of information from Chaotic, but not really. This one is a required one. Fine, I'll go live streamer / influencer recommendations, sure. Which feature of Snowbreak made you download it? Here's the gameplay. Well, I always check out new games. Well, I try to at least. Genre of game world building, voice acting, art style, character sprites. Abundance in in-game rewards. 3D Bishoujo shooting gameplay. What the fuck is a Bishoujo? The fuck is a Bishoujo? What the hell is that? What are your favorite game genres? What the are these even genres? I thought these were like fucking themes. Western fantasy, Bishoujo, sci-fi, Chinese mythology, 2D historical. Western fantasy's great. Chinese mythology? I don't think I really play them. Top 3, sure. If this is a Bishoujo, we'll go with that. Which game have you played for the most in the past 6 months? Genshin, Honkai Star Rail. They already have Honkai Star Rail on the list? That hasn't even been out for 6 months. Come on, man. Come on. But yeah, we'll put the Genshin ones or the Mihoyo ones. What kind of genres do you typically play? Gacha RPG, action combat, MMORPG. Actually, I don't play any more MMORPGs anymore. Casual games, but not Candy Crush. Tower defenses I play in my spare time sometimes. Open world games, love them. Shooters are great, only in my spare time though. And then third-person shooters, sure, they're all great. Bishoujo basically means beautiful girl. Oh, that's a genre? What the hell? What are your spending habits concerning games? I occasionally purchase large amounts of in-game credit. I purchase occasionally. I almost never purchase in-game credit. Credit? What the fuck does that even mean? Occasionally, I guess? Which of the following is the reason for your purchase of in-game in the past 6 months? Let's go with it's cost-effective. I like the game. I guess, I don't know, I like the game. I know, supporting a game that you like is kind of fun. Which of the following characters is your favorite? Check boxes, can I pick multiple? Yes, I can. Let's go Acacia. Life is good. I do like standard one, I don't really know this one. If you're talking about design-wise. Marianne. Both Mariannes, obviously. Haru looks great. Cherno looks great. Yao. Not that version of her. Enya. Looks fine. Mao Shua, whatever the hell it is. Yao's Winter Solstice. Yeah, it looks alright. Not gonna tick it though. And Fenny Coronet. Okay. Judging by combined comprehensive performance, strength / in-game experience, which of the following characters is your favorite? Acacia. Marianne Swift. That's it. Two of the ones I really use. Which aspect of these characters do you find the most appealing? Choose up to 3. Strength, appearance. Actually, well, story is a bit of a weird one because I don't know who's done a lot of the story, but appearance and let's go for personality. Actually, voicing. How would you rate your overall satisfaction with Containment Zone? This value represents your level of satisfaction, 1 being very dissatisfied, 10 being very satisfied. I did go into it a bit pessimistic, I'll be honest. I'll be absolutely honest with everyone. I did go into this a bit pessimistic, right? A bit pessimistic. I was expecting kind of weird clunkiness, a lot of unoptimized kind of mobile elements to this game, because I don't know, it's obviously a gacha game, so they usually are more preferred to mobile audiences. Was surprised and very satisfied to find out that it is quite good, quite optimized for PC, and the keybinds are all great, except for, like, let's say the QTEs, if you will, but that's all, like, keybindable, and I didn't do that. I would say it's about to an 8 to a 9 right now, but it is obviously the first, like, few hours, first 4 hours of gameplay, so it's, like, not a lot of progress. More tomorrow, which is going to be even more fun. We're going to get a bit more story done and hopefully more levels. In order to improve your gaming experience, if you have any comments or suggestions pertaining to Snowbreak Containment Zone, feel free to let us know. We will carefully consider your suggestions. I did write down 3 things that I want to put here. So a lot of the map has invisible walls. Invisible walls around certain structures. A lot of the map has this. How the fuck is that how you spell structures? Like railings and bars, holes, right? They have invisible walls, and essentially makes the thing a lot thicker than it actually is. And sometimes when you can't shoot through like a railing, so you have a railing, there's the bar on top, and there's a space in the bar underneath. You can't shoot between that because for some reason that's probably one of them. If I can how does this work? This is not a great feedback. Okay, this is not a great way to write feedback. Let's just put a full stop there. The other one I wrote was, what is that? Distance. Oh, what the fuck did I mean by that? What the fuck did I mean by distance? Oh, distance, yes. Better way to gauge, is that how do you spell gauge? Is it, oh, that's, gauge is G-A? Oh, that's kind of funny. A better way to gauge, optimal damage distance. Optimal damage distance, because obviously the game has weapon drop-off damage indicator. Because the game has certain weapons are better at certain distances. SMGs are better close range, shotguns are better close range. So having a certain marker at in some way, preferably on the cursor, essentially some way to determine if you're in optimal damage distance or if you're not in optimal damage distance. If that is a thing already, I might just not have noticed it. But having that would be a great thing because, well, knowing if you're able to deal maximum damage with your current weapon is important. And what was the last thing I wrote? Oh yeah, the story text box. Story text box overfill. If there is too much text to go into the box, it kind of just like automatically scrolls and you can't really re-scroll, and so you have to open up the menu again. Smaller text that fits in a better sized box, I guess. I don't know how to word this, but I think that it's kind of obvious when you like read some of the text. But yeah, that's another one. You kind of like certain text box just like scroll automatically, so you don't get the information, so you have to click a certain button. It's a bit of a redundant kind of mechanic, so having this would be a bit better. And on the first day, that's kind of the only things that I've really noticed that I would think need kind of additional changed. Everything else is pretty much fine, because we haven't really experienced upgrading, we haven't experienced the difficulty, we haven't experienced anything like that, we haven't experienced the gearing or anything like that, so we haven't really got to that point. But that's the only things that I would consider it. Or you can gauge what the distance is through shooting range. You can, I do think that in a certain degree that you can gauge it through experience, but I don't think experience should be the one way to gauge distance or like whatever. I feel like there always should be some sort of on-screen indicator to tell you if you are in prime shooting range, because when it comes to being competitive, a known indicator is a lot better than like a not known kind of like unconscious thing because of discrepancies and whatnot. But then again, I guess there's a lot of points to it, a lot of back and forth between that. But that's, I still think there should be an on-screen thing like straight away. But again, I don't think we found a shooting range. But I think that's all I'm gonna write for this. I think I'm gonna submit that, and that's all I'm gonna write for this because I think that's outlines. Oh, we get 5 rolls. Oh, I had no idea. Nice. I think for now they might even add another survey as we play this throughout the next few days. But yeah, I think that's pretty fun. That's pretty cool.